Conceptual meanings and relationships between words. In semantic, we study the concepts of meaning and what are their relationship. We study homophones, we study homonyms, and many other shades of the words that we discuss in semantics. Words have meanings. We know that they are container of meanings. But sometimes the words that are used between the speaker and the listener, despite of having the same meaning, have different contexts, have different implication, and have different interpretation. For example, an American tourist, while touring Scotland, they found a very great ruined cathedral in a Scottish town. They were surprised. So they found a little boy there and they asked him when this was destroyed. He said, in the war. It was 1960 when this incident that is being related took place. So it was easy to imagine that it must have been destroyed in the Second World War. But when they looked at it a little deeply, they found that it was in a very dilapidated condition, right? And it could not have been destroyed very lately. So they asked the boy, which war? So he simply replied, war with the English. So they were surprised. However, their surprise ended when they lately knew that he was talking about the war with the English that took place in 1745. So the same word war had different implications for the speakers and the listeners, and they interpreted according to their own knowledge, according to their own context. So aspects of meaning depends more on context and the communicative intentions of speakers. So this is very important, that the meanings, we understand meaning when we are engaged in a conversational or a communicative process, what we take into the context and what are the communicator intend to convey us. So this is what actually make this communication instance fruitful for both the parties. Communication clearly depends on not only recognizing the meanings of the word. One thing, we must know the meaning. Obviously, that is the prerequisite for this communication process. Meanings of the word in an utterance, but recognizing what speakers mean by their utterances. That is very important. Which references the speaker is referring to, which special instances the speaker is referring to. That is very important. So it means that simply knowing the word meaning doesn't give us a command of communicative act. We cannot be very communicative or good at communication if we simply say that we have the meanings of the word. We need to know more than the word. So there is more in words than simply their meanings. The study of what speakers mean or speaker meaning is called pragmatics. So when we study meanings with reference to the intentions of the speakers or what the speakers mean when they utter some word, so this process is known as, or this aspect is known as, the study of pragmatics. So the use of words, how people use language. So in pragmatics, we discuss how language is being used. What is the context of the word and what is the intention of the speakers to use those words. So this aspect is pragmatics.